We are live.
We are?
Yes, we're live now.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Assalamualaikum.
Elle.
Morning, people on IG.
Morning.
Morning, people on Facebook and also YouTube. Thanks for joining us today on a very early Saturday morning, cold Saturday morning.
Cool one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Please subscribe to us. If you are on IG, YouTube, or Facebook, you can just click on YouTube. It will be subscribe.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, right? Yeah. And then click on the bell for notifications on when we go live.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you do that. And then if you are on Facebook, make sure you like our Facebook page and click for notifications as well on Facebook. IG I tak sure macam mana.
Just IG, follow just follow us
on
the
IG.
Same, all are on the same handle, Rasa Sayang Tribe.
And you'll be notified of when we are going on live. But usually it's Saturday 9 a.m. macam ni lah.
Yes, so Saturdays we have our live shows at 9 a.m. where we popet. And then on Wednesdays, inshallah, usually will be our content that we post out, new contents. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear us loud and clear? People on IG, I'm sure you guys can.
Starting soon.
Yeah. You just wait for a few more minutes.
Yeah, waiting for people on YouTube and Facebook to come online.
Correct.
In the meantime, hold on. Just going to notify people to come on board.
Lapar. Hello, good morning. IG, any IG ramai.
Yeah. Nani's my friend. Also from UKM. Wow, so many UKM represent, yo. Hello, UKMers. Good morning. How you guys today?
Good
morning. Bestnya, macam UKM reunion pula. You've not met them?
No, I've not. Meeting them online.
Sup? Elle ingat ke Nani siapa? I don't know if Elle ingat. Who's Nani? Nani FTSM juga? Alhamdulillah, sihat. Alhamdulillah. Sihat lah, you've been running, Elle. I'm trying to run. No? You've not been running? Okay. He's a marathon runner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I can't do half of the things. Oh, tengok muka macam good.
Morning, people on Facebook. Yes, orang baru masuk.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-mm.
Oh, good morning. Okay. I'm going to start soon. I'm just going to notify people to come on board.
Almost every day, Mega has been running. Wow.
Nama familiar. Megat Raphael.
Silalah connect.
Connect lah balik. Add each other on IG. Lawa. Thank you, Aisyah. On Facebook. Thank you very much. Pagi-pagi buta dah make up dah. Kena make up. Kalau tak nanti macam hantu.
Laju je make up.
Pucat. Laju kan? Laju tak?
2 minutes before showtime.
Yes. 2 minutes. Fast one. Almost every day running. Bestnya. I want to run too. Do you have a running buddy, Megat? Megat pula L. I don't know. Usually people need running buddies.
Apa tu?
Transformation.
Oh. Okay.
I love it. So minty. Okay. Think we got to go. Oh, he runs alone. I need a buddy. Okay. Right. So today we're going to talk about reverse balik. So siapa yang do something wrong with my neighbor? Cool. We should talk about exercise sometime soon.
Yeah. There'll be
Yeah.
another topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before we start, for those of you on Facebook, IG and YouTube, please subscribe to us by clicking the subscribe button or follow or like buttons. Make sure if you're on YouTube, click on the bell button to get notifications. You can get notifications on Facebook as well when we are live by liking our Facebook page. Alright. So let's start.
Yeah, okay.
Assalamualaikum, good morning. We're going to talk about why we chose this path. So, okay, you're pretty quiet.
You start first.
Okay, I start
It's
first.
too early in the morning.
Okay, why we chose this path, parenting style, right? So this month in October, we've been talking about homeschooling, raising kids in COVID times and getting kids off screen time. So mainly we were talking about parenting in general and some of the practices that we've done in the past 10 years raising our kids. You know, kalau ada salah silap tu, kalau ada feedback, bolehlah add sekali dalam comments in our various postings.
Yeah.
If you have any other ideas that you'd like to share with us, do comment in our posts, right? We'd love to hear from you guys. And today, to recap October's theme of parenting is that we're going to talk about our parenting style and our experience so far in parenting our 3 girls for the past 10 years for him and for the past 15 years for me. So, you wanna show the the banner tu? So there are many parenting styles actually. We were
Sekejap. I just went off the fan.
patutlah senyap, sejuk rupanya. So
Okay.
I start.
Now let's go.
So we were researching online about parenting styles and parenting methods nowadays. So basically before this there were 4 parenting styles, which is authoritative, if you can see on the screen, for people on YouTube and Facebook. Parenting methods, which is authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, and neglectful. Those were the 4 common parenting styles that we've read about. But recently there are many other parenting styles that were termed as well, such as tiger parenting, helicopter parenting, attachment parenting, positive parenting, outsourced parenting. Apa lagi satu tadi?
Tu je?
Yeah. And the latest one that I've heard is conscious parenting by Dr. Shafali. I like that one. So what are these kind of parenting styles? So some of you guys may not yet be acquainted with all these terms. So we're going to quickly go through with you guys what these parenting styles are all about. So the first one is authoritative. And by the way,
sorry. By the way, we got this
Yes.
info from The Bum. Thank you very much, The Bum.
thebum.com.
TheBum.com. Okay.
Yeah. So it was an article that they've written about parenting methods, which we love because it was so funny with the GIFs and all.
Yeah.
So The first one is authoritative.
Mhm.
So authoritative is somewhere between, in my opinion, is somewhere between authoritarian and also positive parenting. That's my opinion about it.
Mhm.
So they do have punishment, but they do explain why punishment is necessary. They offer clear structure and guidance. They allow kids to learn from their mistakes, and they are loving and nurturing towards their kids.
Mhm.
Authoritative ni macam dia tegas, tapi at the same time dia loving. Macam tu lah. Okay, summary dia.
Mhm.
Authoritarian ni authoritarian is basically partly Asian parenting, I guess. So parents make unilateral decisions. They are less affectionate with their kids. They use punishment to ensure obedience from the kids.
Yeah.
They set strict rules and high expectations.
Sounds like very dictatorship, isn't it?
Very dictatorship. And then they it's like I say you do kind
Yeah.
of parenting.
You don't do, watch out.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna get hurt.
Yeah. And then the next one is permissive parenting, which is the opposite of authoritarian parenting. So essentially, permissive parenting is all about not setting any kind of rules. They give in to their kids' demands. They act like their child's friend. There's nothing wrong with that actually, but I think you need to have some boundaries and
yeah.
rules as well.
Correct.
Permissive parenting is also very highly responsive to their children's needs. So in other words, what the child says goes, right? Neglectful doesn't respond to children's... neglectful parenting is about the total opposite of authoritarian parenting, I think.
180.
Yeah. Detached, uninvolved, there's no structure or guidance. They don't respond to children's needs and they avoid conversation with kids.
Yeah. If you guys watch the Willoughbys cartoon animation show,
Yes.
that is neglectful.
On Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah. That's neglectful. The mom is always knitting and the dad is always smooching the mom.
Yeah.
In that movie. Then these are newer terms that you see on screen. Tiger parenting. I'm not sure if they see. I hope they do. Macam hari tu kan diorang tak nampak kan?
Can. Yeah, because I tested just now.
Okay. So tiger parenting is also Asian parenting. Having said all this parenting kan, don't put yourself in a box because most of us practice all these kind of parentings at any point in our lives with our kids. It's just that we want you guys to be more mindful and aware what kind of parenting you guys are practicing. So tiger parenting is also very academic, lots of co-curricular activities, lots of tuition after class, lots of hi Mas, hi Nini, hello, welcome, the ones on IG. They expect nothing but the best from their kids. They enforce very rigorous routines to the point that sometimes these kids do not have any free time. So that's tiger parenting. Attachment parenting builds intimacy via breastfeeding, co-sleeping, and baby wearing. They encourage good behavior and they're quick to respond to kids' needs. Attachment parenting is all about being attached from an early age, building that bond. So helicopter parenting pula is about constantly intervening to prevent failures. So the kid in this instance, the kids are never wrong. So the kids have no weaknesses.
Yeah.
Instead, the people around them have weaknesses. So for example, kalau cikgu penalize, cikgu yang kena marah, bukan anak. And you are forever clearing the path for the child, hovers very closely, rarely out of reach, like the gif that we saw on the bump article tu, like, where are you? You're supposed to be back by 9 p.m. It's 9:01 p.m. It's like, it's a minute je kot. And then, did I talk about positive?
Not yet.
Positive parenting. Positive parenting has been touted a lot lately as well. It's about valuing connection with the child, daily one-on-one time with the child. There's a structured routine. They embrace positive discipline in lieu of punishment. So positive parenting dia ada this thing called time in instead of time out. So that's the one of the things about positive parenting that they practice. Instead of practicing time out, where usually authoritative parenting does that, time outs, they practice time in. So we'll cakap lagi in detail afterwards what that is all about. And outsourced parenting is about hiring people to care for the kids. They want perfection from the kids, and they hire everything from nannies to tutors to
Yeah.
I don't know, swim coach, everything lah. They really,
Outsourcing lah, basically one button away for the child
yeah.
for
So,
anything.
yeah. So if the kids like need to be potty trained, they hire a potty trainer. If they need the kids to sleep well, they hire a sleep coach, you know. So they
Yeah.
rely on professionals. And one thing that's not in the BUM article ni is apa tu? Conscious parenting, which is advocated by Dr. Shefali Sabari. Thanks, Ina. Ina says she can see. So the last one that's not in the BUM article is Conscious Parenting by Dr. Shefali. It's all about being mindful and aware of our own state first before we connect with our kids. So I love that concept of parenting as well. So as you can see, I've read a lot of parenting books. Aisha, you feel me? If you're still there. Aisha and I read a lot of parenting books. I think it's one of our obsessions probably. And I should have brought some of the parenting books here. One of the I love this parenting book by Steve Biddulph, Raising Girls. I love that book so much. There's another parenting book that I've read about parenting the Sunnah way. Sunnah parenting, sorry. Using Rasulullah's methods to parent your child. So those are all the kinds of parenting that you've heard, right? And what we've researched. What is our parenting style?
Mm-hmm. So after you've seen all that, right, what do you think is your parenting style?
Yes.
So we will post that nanti, especially on IG for you guys to just have a look.
Yeah.
And so for us, now you guys want to know what's our parent. That's why we have this talk today. We go there already, to that.
Yeah, I already recapped this now.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier when you were looking at the BUM punya poster tadi, a lot of people is not in a particular box. You know, you're not just positive parenting. You're not just authoritative parenting. Most of us are a blend of all those put together.
Yeah.
So the main objective of this sharing session is really about becoming aware of what kind of parenting we practice, and what works for our children. So for us, we ourselves have a blend of parenting style.
Yes.
We do attachment parenting. Some of you guys who know me personally, I breastfeed my kids till they are about 3.5. They were still in slings and baby carriers. You know, you baby carried them as well.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
We were shopping for baby carriers. When they were kids, you know, we didn't really believe in strollers, kan? Because they didn't want to stay inside there anyway. So we really believed in keeping them close at a very young age, because I think when they're babies, they really need your warmth and bond and connection. And we believe that bond is a foundation to our relationship with our children moving forward. So we do practice attachment parenting. I sling them all the time.
Most of the time, actually.
Kan? Like even at home, kan? I remember. Like when I was doing work, they were in the sling, breastfeeding, remember?
Yeah.
There was even a picture of it. Yeah. And I had several different kinds of slings back then. I still keep some of them, I think. But yeah. So that's attachment parenting that we practice. We also practice positive parenting. So we do have a structured routine for the kids. They have to sleep at a certain bedtime. They have a certain routine during the day. We do emphasize on positive connection first. And we always ask them to use their words to describe their emotions,
Mhm.
especially.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of kids, they have these big feelings, right, that they don't know how to describe. And we are like always getting them to describe it, to label it, so that they are acquainted with themselves. And that goes with conscious parenting as well, so that they are aware of their own state of being when they are finding words to label their emotions and feelings.
So especially when they are they are sad, kan? They're sad, they're on tantrum ke apa,
Angry,
angry.
upset.
So you don't go and react. Is that the word?
We don't go and
We don't
react.
we don't go and react. So what
Yeah.
we do is just go down to the level and just tell them, hey, I want to help you. Please tell me please use your words. And use your words and make me understand you so that I can help you. So slowly dia akan okay.
They can calm down
They calm
lah.
down lah.
But at the same time, we are triggering the brain to think. So when they're using the prefrontal cortex to cognitively trying to label the emotion, their limbic brain tu akan slow down tau. Dia tak boleh dua-dua sekali.
Yeah.
When we are trying to logically think, your limbic brain slows down, and so your emotions go down. I mean, the kid's emotion goes down. And sebab tu they calm down, And when they label it, they will eventually say something like, I'm mad at my sister,
I'm hungry.
or I'm hungry actually, or
Yeah.
I'm tired, or I need to rest. So then we begin to teach them to request for the things that are upsetting them, right? So that's, I think, positive and conscious parenting that we practice with our kids. We
Right.
do authoritative.
Can I show this?
You want to show that? Yeah. Ken? Ina was saying this is a really good topic, and yes, agree. I do feel like my parenting is not fixed to a box. Yes, I love it. Thank you. You're welcome. This topic is for self-awareness. Yes,
Yes,
it is. Parenting is all about self-awareness, guys. It's about us being conscious and mindful, probably on a constant and consistent basis.
Yeah. It's not trying to say that we are perfect parent.
We're not.
We're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
Sometimes we suck as well.
So it's always good to be aware of yourself lah.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing, and you try to do the best for you can for your kids. Yeah.
So then we do practice authoritative parenting as well, minus the punishment. I don't believe in punishment personally. We'll get to disciplining later on. We do explain rules to our kids. We do allow them to learn from their mistakes. We do hi Mira. We do practice when they're learning from their mistake. We gotta learn to teach them about consequences. We do have clear structure and guidance for them. Like there are some ground rules that you cannot break. So that's part of our authoritative parenting, especially in the realm of faith. Religion. Yeah. And then there's clear structure and guidance, especially for that. Hi, Mira. Power couple. And
Morning.
then, good morning. And then conscious parenting. Like I said earlier, it's really about being aware and mindful of our own mental state. First, getting ourselves whole first, WHOLE first. And then only getting kids to be aware of their own state. Because if we are not aware of our own state, there's no way we can get the kids to
Yeah.
be aware of their own state.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you do that?
How do I do that? So sometimes we are not aware of our own state.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like we're human kan? We're not perfect parents in any way. So we do remind each other. Like for example, dulu-dulu lah, bukan sekarang. Dulu he used to be like this Hulk guy
Yeah.
who doesn't use much words.
Mhm.
And he'll just be like, you know, he's just steaming in his own kemarahan. So I used to say this to him like, kenapa you marah? You know, I make him be aware of like, kenapa you marah? If you're angry about something else, not the kids, just, you know, be aware of it, right?
Yeah.
And then when you stomp, I'm like I will tell him like you're stomping, you know.
She even use the same thing as how we do to our kids right now. Like
Yes.
use your words. Because
Yes.
I'm not a man of I'm not a
Really?
guy who actually how do you say it?
Express.
Expresses my feelings when I'm angry or whatever last time. So when she managed to calm me down, and that's when I decided to, started to talk bit by bit. And because to me it hurts sometimes, I'm afraid that I might hurt you by saying it, but it's okay, just tell it, rather than you keep it inside and boil it down deep down inside you and make things even worse.
Yes.
So what's the point of doing that? And you are a parent and you're not supposed to show this perangai yang tak elok to your kids. You don't want your kids to replicate you, right?
Nak cakap apa?
Tiba terleteni. Okay, yeah. So we were at how do we conscious
parenting.
Yeah, I keep bumping into this.
You want me to sit there?
It's okay.
Okay. So it's really about getting connected to our kids first before correcting them. So even in the midst of, like, even between both of us, like sometimes, when we're not connecting enough, there's this angst kan. Macam, So it's really about turning inwards. This is Dr. John Gottman's teaching. It's really about turning inwards towards each other and just striving for that connection before we want to correct each other. That's really about it. Because siapa suka kena correct kan? No one likes being corrected. Especially in the heat of the moment. Memang lagi marah lah jadi dia. So just connect lah. And then the easiest way to connect is just to say what you observe, like, hey, you're stomping, macam tu kan. Macam why is not a good question lah sebenarnya, but I do ask it sometimes. Then he'll get defensive.
Yeah.
But now I ask less why, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Ask more what, how questions lah. Those are really, really...
How do you stomp? Yeah, so things like that macam it makes you feel stupid, right?
Yeah.
And you suddenly feel like, oh my god, yeah.
Apa salah aku buat ni kan?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes kita tak sedar kan kita buat benda tu. So, yeah, conscious parenting is about connection before correction. There are times when we're not, both the kids and us are both not mindful of our state of being. It's just we lose our head sometimes. I think you need to get the charger.
Why?
26%.
Oh, okay. Be right
Sorry,
back.
guys. Anyways, Akish kata bersusuri Mimi. Thank you. So, apa tadi? So it's about being aware lah. Tapi sometimes we are not aware tau. Macam sometimes I do lose my cool with the kids, and the kids lose their cool with us. And when that happens kan, memang you kena ada outside intervention lah. It's either the other couple, like Hamka will macam, get me to be aware of how I'm feeling, ataupun it's the other way around. I get him to be aware of what he is feeling at that moment in time. Or you can just take a break. It's as simple as that. So sometimes kita ni, I lah especially, we're like a bullet train, like zzz, semua benda nak buat, like on, like zzz, you're just on a train that can't stop. But actually it's your train and you can stop it, you can stop it. Just tell yourself, stop the train, take a break, go on to the platform and just take a break, go take a breather or something. And tell your kids, when I do that, I usually tell them like, I really can't deal with this right now and I need a break. So when you do that, when I do that, I'm teaching my kids to also say the same thing when they need a break, right? They are also describing what they need in order for them to reset themselves. So adalah sometimes macam lari masuk toilet lah. I'll be like, I need to go to the toilet to chill. Like, boleh tak jangan kacau Mimi sekejap? So macam tu lah. Why you with a jacket?
Cold.
Okay. Also, kalau macam tak boleh sangat, boleh ambil wuduk. For those who are Muslims, you can take wuduk. Mamat ni dekat Genting Highlands. Sekarang.
Cold.
I was talking about outside intervention. Kalau
okay.
macam both of us lose our heads, take a break, I said.
Yeah.
Prayers works,
Correct.
If you're Muslim, take wudu and solat. Ataupun baca Quran. So that's a form of meditation. For those of you who are non-Muslims who are listening in, you can meditate. How do you meditate? Just go to a quiet corner for a while and just talk to yourself, like ground yourself and just tell yourself to chill, right? It's not the end of the world. And then we use oils, of course, we chill a lot with oils.
Yes.
It's just about grounding ourselves back, outside intervention lah. So you really want to talk to your limbic brain, your animal brain, to just chill and cool down. So there's many ways of doing that. You can even, which is not really healthy, munch on food to kind of like take your mind off it. And my favorite part of chilling about conscious parenting is, he does this all the time and I love it, is you see the fun. Right? So a lot of times when I'm angsty with the kids, kalau I lah yang angsty, he will diffuse the situation by seeing the fun. He'll crack stupid jokes. You want to tell some of your jokes?
No.
It's so gross. gross jokes. But it diffuses the situation, it gets the kids to laugh. It gets me laughing, and we end up tickling each other like this. He's very ticklish. So yeah, it's just lightening the mood up lah. Sebab selalunya tengah kalau you're losing your cool, your kid is losing the cool, someone needs to be able to see that and diffuse the situation accordingly. So we take turns doing that, kan? Yeah.
Because you are staying in a house, the same house, and if these things happens, to me, you can't prolong the situation forever. There has to be a stop to it.
Yeah.
And how we do that is
someone needs to pull the brake.
Yeah, someone needs to pull the brake and
before it gets out of hand.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we gotta really be mentally conscious and aware that he's getting out of control, so let's put on the brake. So likewise, like when he sees me getting out of control, so he pulls the brake. Some of you guys might know that we have a special needs child. She's 15 years old. A lot of people think that special needs parents treat special needs child children differently. They're more special. No, we don't. We treat all of our kids the same. We practice attachment, positive, authoritative, conscious parenting to our elders as well. We don't differentiate them.
Yeah.
Because I think that's super important, especially for special needs parents. Do not differentiate them, because then anak-anak tu akan terasa. Anak-anak yang neurotypical akan terasa. Anak-anak yang special need tu pun akan terasa. And you'll end up being very permissive towards the special needs child.
In fact, taking care of special needs child is lagi senang daripada taking care
Of neurotypical
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, actually, because our eldest too, she has a set routine and everything, and she's very manageable that way. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
So
alhamdulillah for that.
that's the hikmah kan. With special needs children ni,
Yes.
a lot of times people from outside looking in, they think it's very difficult. Yes, there are difficulties in their own ways. For example, macam bila dia tantrum and hantuk kepala, because she's not verbal. She's non-verbal. There are difficult moments. I wouldn't say there are no difficult moments, but alhamdulillah, Allah has also made it easy as well.
Yeah.
To take care of her.
Mhm.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So, what have we learned the past 10, 15 years of parenting our kids? We don't have boys, fortunately or unfortunately. I don't know. He thinks it's fortunate we don't have boys. I'm neither here nor there, I've not experienced parenting boys, to be honest. I did have a kindergarten last time where we had boys as part of the student body. So my experience parenting boys was then when I had my kindergarten. So what have we learned? You want to share from a dad's perspective?
Yeah, I think most
Listen, this one very valuable one. Dad's perspective. Not many Asian dads talk about this, okay?
yeah. So I think most I can say almost dads lah. First and foremost, you have to practice. What we learn is patience. Patience is key.
How did you learn that?
The hard way. So by apa ni? Being patient, you have to be you have to build trust among them. Yeah. So how do you say when you build patience?
I think senang cerita dia 10 tahun yang lalu bukan 10 tahun macam sekarang lah. Hamka has grown quite a bit, alhamdulillah. That's one of the things I love about you, that he's very coachable, alhamdulillah. And he has grown quite a bit. Dulu he was quite impatient as a person, and he's not a man of many words. And so getting him from there to here right now is quite a journey. There's a lot of self-realization as well.
Yeah. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, about being patient. If you're not patient, you're reflecting yourself, and you don't want to reflect that to your child. Okay? We don't want to reflect that to our child. So someone's got to change. Yeah, and that change will start from you lah, from me lah.
So masa tu, the realization for you that made you more patient is that I don't want my kids to be like me.
Yeah.
Was that what's going on in your thoughts?
Yes. Yeah. So
what can you want to elaborate that further? You don't want them to be like what?
I don't want them to be very angsty, very apa ni? Always throwing tantrums, always stomping the floor, always throwing barang, because if you see that in them, and that means that shows a reflection of you, and you don't like it either, right? So I don't like it. I don't like it when I see that. Sometimes when I see that in our kids, I don't like it. So, but we don't blame the kids. We blame ourselves for it.
No
So,
blaming.
not blaming lah. I mean,
Not good.
because it started from
Yes.
from us
you.
kan, from me.
From you and me.
So it's not the right thing to do lah. So we have to change. Okay.
Then you started to be more patient, kan? And that's when you start to build more trust
Yes.
with the girls.
Yes.
There's more communication, more deep connection.
Correct. So also you need to build a solid communication with our kids.
Yeah, he talks more now, as you can see. He doesn't talk this much last time.
Sao nak keluar ni mahal.
Ada emas dalam mulut.
Yeah, because if you don't build that communication, I can't imagine how will it be like if you don't have a proper you don't properly communicate with the kids. Kan? So you have to build that communication since an early stage.
You got to model it.
You got to model it. If you don't, then it's very hard for you to start to build that trust. So learn to communicate, talk nicely to them, and once they are comfortable, and then they will start to build that trust to you. When they start to build that trust to you, they will talk every single thing.
Yeah, they'll share everything.
They'll share every single thing with you. Kan?
Benda yang tak apa-apa pun dia share, kan?
Yeah. So bila benda tak apa-apa dia share tu, you don't be like,
Yeah, don't push them away.
Yeah, because to them,
layankan aja.
It might be important to them. It might be something new to them because they are at an early stage of life. Kita ni dah
tua bangka.
Dah tua, then we might know. But it might be new to them. So acknowledge that, Say, wow.
Acknowledging takes a few minutes.
Yeah. And it means the whole world to them.
Yeah, actually. So sometimes they'll, like the younger ones, the younger girls, they write us notes, kan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So acknowledging that, saying thank you to them and just, being present and connecting with them is key lah, I think. It's not easy to say the least sebab kita orang ni work from home. And we have our own business, it's really not easy. I know, I acknowledge that. But I think the key point is to really just be aware of when they come to us seeking connection, because you can see it as a parent. You can see it that they are seeking connection when they come to you and me. Although sometimes they come to you at inappropriate times lah. Contoh macam tengah berak dalam toilet ke. Ketuk pintu, Mimi, and that's when you get to set boundaries with them and teach them, show them how you set boundaries so they can set boundaries as well. They learn how to set boundaries. So you'll say things like, kejap give me 5 minutes, Mimi tengah berak. Macam tu. Like yesterday, I was hustling on the computer, kan? And the number 3 came and wanted something, I can't remember what. And I just told them that macam I just told her like, kejap Mimi tengah hustle. Mimi tengah hustle, I'll get back to you once I'm done doing this one. Right? Give them a timeline. Give me 15 minutes. Give me 10 minutes, Tang berak dengan mandi tu memang selalu kena kacau lah. Sampai sekarang.
Or if she doesn't say that, she would be like, B.
Yes. I'll get his help.
Yeah. Can you look at them sekejap?
Yeah. Tu macam kalau dah press 4 times sangat-sangat lah.
Yeah.
Sama lah, like kalau you nak pergi toilet semua kan. Bi tengok dia orang kejap. Macam tu. So it's kind of like always being conscious that we are partners in this, and getting each other's help is important, Don't be too proud of getting each other's help, I think.
Yeah.
But when we first got married, we were a bit proud lah, Susah lah sikit nak minta tolong each other lah apa benda. But really, when you grow and you just need help, you just ask for help.
Yeah. But having said that, also doesn't mean that we don't punish the children, kan?
We don't punish them because I think dulu yes. Then I learned that punishment doesn't work, guys. Really, it doesn't, and it hurts both me and my child. It hurts me and my child. It doesn't work. It backfires. It drives them away. There's no connection.
Mm.
And then usually that happens when both parties are very overwhelmed with each other, and then I have to be vulnerable here. Dulu, as a parent, I was trying to put them in a box, like, oh, you are 3 years old, you're supposed to do this, not this.
Mhm.
I used to do that. Like, but then I knew at that period of time, it's not right. It's not right to put your kids in a box. It's not right because you're limiting them, right? And then you get frustrated because you're limiting them, and they know that you're limiting them. They feel limited,
Mhm.
and then anger, overwhelmness, blah blah blah, and then it gets very frustrating.
Yeah.
And then in the end, it backfires. When it gets frustrating, frustration escalates, and then it becomes punishment, and then the punishment backfires. Really, it doesn't work. I've learned that the hard way. So I don't do that anymore. Do you? I don't see you do it
No, I don't.
ever. He's the yelly one. Yelly melly, this one.
Mm.
So his way of punishment is yelling lah dulu.
The voice gets louder and louder lah.
Yeah, and it escalates,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And then kids get scared, right? For me, I jenis tak banyak cakap. I don't really yell. But I jenis yang macam dulu lah. I used to have timeouts and whatnot. Like, you stand there until you think about what you've done, and then after you're sorry, you come back to us. I used to be like that. But it doesn't work. Really, it doesn't work. It backfires. It diminishes connection with your child, and it will take time to repair that connection. For every one negative interaction with your child, you really need to do 8 to 12 positive connections to repair that one negative connection. This is research here.
Yeah.
So
Mira's asking.
any example of situation of punishing and what happened that backfires to? Okay, itulah tadi example tu. Like, I used to practice timeouts and voices get loud and we yell. And then, they get scared. You can see that they get, how did it show you it didn't work? Oh, okay. So for example, in the example kan, how did I know that it didn't work? Sebab lepas tu, when things get better or get neutral, and I'm trying to connect with number 3. Number 3 ni memang dia very determined girl. She's a very determined, very precautious, independent little girl. So sometimes and she's very matured tau. So sometimes she wants to do things her way. Dia memang mini me lah. So in that instance kan, when things get neutral after the punishment happen, after the timeout happen, and I want to connect back to her, it doesn't work. She shrinks away. And she'll jawab sepatah-sepatah lah. She'll be like, yeah, okay, macam tu je. So it hurts, when that happens. Oh, jangan nangis. It hurts when that happens because you know that she is that way because of what you did. So that is a very you need to self-reflect as a parent and really think that what you did was harming them and harming your relationship with them. Alright, so question number 2 from Mira. Kalau tak tahan their constant screaming, what do you guys do? They're not the screamers type lah in the first place.
No.
But when they do throw tantrums and meltdowns dulu when they were small. What we did was tengah basuh pinggan. Right. So the question was, kalau tak tahan that constant screaming, what you guys do? Okay, firstly, you got to acknowledge that kita yang tak tahan dengan perangai diorang. Kita yang tak tahan. So kenapa kita tak tahan? Kita kena tahu where does that trigger come from. Right? So in that moment, kita kena macam, alamak, tak tahan. Terus tanya diri sendiri, why aku tak tahan? Kenapa aku tak tahan? You know, what can I do right now that can, you know, diffuse the situation, right? For me, it's boundaries lah. It's really telling the child, whatever age, diorang dekat Siri ni apakah? At whatever age they are, they will understand. Just cakap kat diorang, macam I dulu, I will just say, Mimi tak tahan lah korang jerit-jerit macam ni. I will actually cry in front of them, you know, if I really tak tahan. Crying is good. Crying is a form of emotion that you can show your child, you know, that you're being vulnerable. Jangan macam nak hide your emotion in order to protect them. No, really it's about you experiencing the emotion in front of them, you know, and showing that you're human too. I think that's key. I do cry in front of them, and I do macam tell them like, I sekarang tak tahan. I sekarang tengah stress sangat-sangat. I dengar you all macam ni, you know, I rasa sedih sangat-sangat tengok you all macam ni. And if you feel like crying, just cry. And then, you know, when they see you do that, well, my kids anyway, the girls kan, when they see me upset and crying, they'll actually come and comfort you. You know, they'll say like, oh, I'm sorry, Mimi, you know, like, you know, and they comfort you, and I in turn will comfort them. You know, we'll just hug each other and go into a crying mess. But then things get better. You know, you connect back because you were in the midst of all that big emotion, you were still connecting.
I think what's key also is that we have to work together lah.
Yes.
In this kind of situation.
Yeah.
So if one of us tak tahan, you know, you can either go away, but the other person, we tell each other lah. So, can you please help? Then okay. So if the other person who's helping, you just have to be self-realization. You have to be you have to understand, make them understand the situation. And we do action versus action and consequence. So if you still cry,
that's how we discipline them actually.
Yes, correct. So if you still cry, this will happen, you know. What do you think? What do you do? What can you do? So if you still want to cry, okay, fine. It's okay, keep on crying. Okay, when an instance macam like our this is more not on crying lah, but our contoh is on our number 3 punya homework. So dia memang she does kumon and dia macam a bit how to say
when it comes to kumon,
when it comes to homework lah,
dia memang
macam
lihat sikit.
Play first, work later. You know, so she every time when she comes to that, she be like you know, she buat perangai lah, she macam marah lah, or she gets moody. So what we do is, okay, fine, you go ahead and do that, do whatever you want to do. You can do it tomorrow, but your homework will pile up.
Yeah.
You know, your homework will pile up and you will be stressed out again.
Give that picture. Cakap kat diorang macam in that particular example, we will actually reason out. Cakap kat diorang, we tell her this kan, okay, your homework's gonna pile up, and can you do 3 homeworks all in one shot tomorrow tak? Are you able to do that? Or are you gonna get angry again?
Yeah. So we leave that
to them. Yeah, to think. Because they can think. At that age, you know, 6 years old, they can think for themselves and know what's the consequence. Right? And then if Kumon Day is 2 days away or tomorrow ke apa benda, we actually tell them, you know, your Kumon Day is 2 days away, you know, are you going to be able to do this all in one shot without being upset again? Then they will macam, lah betul lah. Then they'll start negotiating. So there's a lot of negotiation that we do while connecting.
Yeah.
Dia akan cakap, okay, actually Mimi, I'm hungry right now. Can I do this after makan? So I said, yeah, good. And then we promise, Pinky promise on it. We're like, okay, promise me that you'll do it after makan. Then she'll be like, yes, okay, after makan.
Yeah.
Then she will actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or she'll be like, can we solat Zuhur first and then I'll do it. Then we'll solat first. Kan? So a lot of negotiation is involved. So like in that exam question tadi, Mira asked, kalau tak tahan their constant screaming, you can negotiate a boundary with them. You know, you can tell them like, look, I'm not screaming. Can you please talk in your normal voice so that I understand? Tell them that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Mira, go invest on a microphone.
Huh?
Bagi kat dia. You want to scream? Okay, let's scream. That's perfect. Scream. Perfect ah. Ajar dia different pitch.
Kreatif gila, sabar je lah.
You know, so that will make them macam, oh, with screaming I can do this. I can explore my voice. You know? So, yeah, why not?
Alang-alang.
Alang-alang. Mana tahu besok dia penyanyi.
That's what I mean lah. Mamat ni he's very good in he's very good in diffusing the situation. Kan Mira dah gelak. So he that's how he diffuse the situation lah. Dia akan buat benda yang memang you takkan terfikir, lepas tu semua orang akan gelak. Okay, that's a good one. Practice vocalizing.
Yes. Alang-alang.
I think what goes hand in hand with Mira's question is also about adult education. You can select adult education inside there, you know, while they're screaming and all. I mean, once they calm down lah. Just say, you know, can you speak in your normal voice? Because I'm speaking in my normal voice, you know. Normal voices show a sign of respect. Cakap kat dia, you know, and then, you know, it's not proper to scream to each other. IG sekejap je.
Oh, ada time limit
IG ada time limit ya guys. So you guys join us on Facebook and YouTube lah kalau dia terhabis. Is it bad to tell them to go scream in the room?
Not unless you hias the room like a studio with a microphone. Seriously. So there is a screaming place. You want to scream? Okay, go to your room. Go ahead. Mommy's going to record now. Or you record. You record, then you tell them, oh, you want to hear yourself screaming? Why don't you listen to yourself first and then you scream? See, you can beat that one or not.
Sabar je lah.
Or you scream the longest. Let's see who wins.
I nak avoid them from pendam perasaan, but then macam pushing away pula. I guess the easiest way is to ask, like, you know, you're screaming right now. What is it that you really want to do? You want to scream? Dia akan angguk ke, geling ke, you know, get them to think, what do they want, right? Kalau dia nak scream, then go ahead, you know, let your frustration out, let your big feelings out. But at the same time, get them to label their emotions as much as they can.
Yeah.
Okay, I nak letak phone and record video.
Yeah.
I did that actually with Sumaya, remember?
Yeah. And dia macam malu to
dia
see
segan,
after that. Dia segan. You can label that recording, this is screaming for what? Can you tell, you go to your child, you cakap, what did you scream this? What was it about?
Tapi don't display that screaming video to other people.
Yes.
Sebab that will be humiliating for them.
Correct.
Nanti dia segan. So jangan buat macam tu.
Akis cakap
apa?
agree with Hamka. I ask daughter, then memang daddy beli mic lepas tu.
Okay, ada orang macam you ni?
Yes.
Akis dengan you boleh gang?
Si baik, alah.
Okay.
Share to IGTV.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, apa ni?
IG dah habis.
IG dah habis.
Kita pun dah cakap banyak sangat.
Sekarang tinggal dekat YouTube and Facebook.
I will ask them, do you like it if I scream? I will say that, but in a nice way, probably.
I think that will also provoke negativity, kan? Like macam you trying to lawan them. So try not to go against them, but instead,
I'm not, just describe the situation lah. I'm not screaming, you know. No. I'm using my normal voice. Can you use your normal voice?
Yeah.
I'm using my normal voice. Can you use your normal voice?
Yes.
What is it that you want right now? So
yeah, this was the comment if you're asking.
yeah.
Yeah.
So apa namanya? Just point to them our observation. Macam like, I'm using my normal voice right now. Can you use your normal voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think lowering our voice while they're screaming helps a lot as well. Just us lowering our voice. Because then they'll be straining to hear what we're trying to say. Right?
Yeah.
Because I did that too.
That
At one
that
point.
not only works for kids but also for
Yes, for both of us. Yes. So for both of us, nak gaduh pun macam kadang-kadang macam tu je. You know, and immediately he'll be like, dia terus pause kan.
you feel in a bad way, you feel stupid lah, you know. Sometimes when you raise your voice, macam, why do you do that? You can talk like a normal human being.
Yeah, like last night, remember? You were doing something. You were overwhelmed.
Sikit perut lah.
You were overwhelmed with something. Ingat tak?
Yes. I was doing 3 things at a time.
Once.
And you were asking me about.
I was just asking him of a file that I wanted to transfer to him. Kan? Betul tak?
Yeah.
And I was like, you want me to airdrop the file? And then he went like, he started to be like that. And I'm like,
then I realized like,
tak, lepas tu I cakap kat you kan?
Yeah.
I cakap macam, I'm just asking you, where do you want this file?
Yeah.
You know, I just repeated myself in a calm way, and I was just asking you where you want this file.
Yeah. Then it triggered me lah macam.
Yeah.
Why did I do that? She was just asking a simple question. Then you feel like, yeah.
Seni.
Yeah. You just want to.
Then he immediately macam, you terus switch kan?
Yeah.
You terus macam tu, then okay, airdrop me, kan? Yeah. So I think just letting the other party know what you observe without asking why, you know, just like, for example, in the example, you're screaming again, you know. What is it that you want? You're screaming again. What is it that you want? Macam tu. Just throwing that back at them. Sebab kadang-kadang bila kita jadi mirror to them and they see their reflection, we're reflecting them back to them.
Yeah.
Dia akan terus calm down macam, alamak, macam, should have done that.
Yeah. So in other words, we learn that we need to respect the child in order to gain your respect.
Yes, very, very true.
Yes.
Because last time when when he was yelling and I was, you know, doing timeouts and whatnot, I realized that wasn't respecting them.
Yeah.
Really, and that's why connection tu tak ada. You know, the connection is lost, and it takes a while for you to rebuild that connection back again.
Sorry, is it me or is the lights flickering?
The lights are flickering.
Okay.
I pun tak tahu kenapa. Sebab tu I blink, B.
Yeah, okay.
Dia macam tu kan.
Great show today. Cold day. We have disco lights.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the key was being comfortable expressing to each other what we're feeling without being judgy of the other party, you know. Just say like, I'm sad that you're screaming at me right now, you know. I'm sad that you're doing this. What is it that you want? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
Benda macam tu lah. Or worst comes to worst kan, what I always do with number 3.
Mm.
Usually, when she's super upset, not usually lah. Worst comes to worst, when I'm also at the age of losing it, and my child has lost it entirely, you know, worst come to worst, what I do is that I just sit there. I just sit there and just look at her. You know, just sit there and look at her, and then I'll ask her like, "Do you need a hug right now? You know, do you need a cuddle?" And more often than not, she'll nod her head. She'll be like, macam tu. And then I'll be okay. Just put her on my lap, just hug, and then you can feel the tension move away from her body. You know, mula-mula kalau kita marah kan keras badan kan. Mula-mula memang keras lah. Dia akan macam tu. Then slowly you can feel body dia akan macam tu. And then she'll cry in earnest. She'll really, really cry in earnest. Macam tu. Kadang I just let it be je. Sampai dia calm down. Bila dia habis calm down tu, baru I akan tanya macam, you know, what happened just now? You want to tell me about it? And because they've also been practicing labeling their feelings, she'll start to say, I was upset at kakak. You know, I wanted to, whatever lah. Macam tadi pun.
Yeah.
Just before this show, she was upset about something.
Because today is the
iPad day. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was covered in our previous
The
session.
content, yeah.
So he was trying to calm her down, and you put some oils on her
Yes, I did.
while she was lying down. At the end of the day, we gave them a solution, like because her iPad rosak kan, so there was only one iPad left. They have to share among both of them.
Yeah.
But our number 2 has a phone for her to connect to her teachers for classes kan. So I told her, kakak, why don't you download that same game in your phone and see if it works? So then they both macam, yeah, it's a good idea. So sometimes it's about solutionizing, just giving them the solutions or letting them think of a solution. Yeah. Tadi we were pressed for time, so I just gave that solution you know, straight away.
Yep.
So immediately both of them macam switched around.
Yes.
And Sumaya number 3 actually said sorry kan? Did I tell you that just now?
No.
Yeah. She actually said sorry before I came here.
Oh, okay.
For the live.
Yeah. She does it. She does a lot of realization after her actions most of the time. So because of true experiences that, you know, what we taught her macam tu, so
being reflective
very
lah.
reflective lah. So
Yeah.
it's good to have that.
Yeah.
Supaya, you know, she knows what she's doing and she knows that the consequences lah. Then lepas tu dia pandai-pandai lah.
Pandai lah nak make it up back again. If you guys have any questions, please shoot them now because we are way
Yeah, and I'm
ahead of our
hungry.
time. Yes, and he's hungry. Haven't had breakfast yet. If you guys have any questions at all, please
Yes.
ask us. Mira, unfortunately, IG dah habis. Tak tahu apa pasal.
Do we go back live here or
I
no,
don't
right?
know. Tak apalah. I haven't posted it.
Yeah, it's okay.
So if you guys have any questions at all, please ask us.
Yes. Or else.
To recap, this month we've been talking about homeschooling, raising kids in COVID times, getting kids off screen time, and our parenting style. We have still got a lot more to learn.
Yeah.
Sharing you guys about all of these things doesn't mean that we don't lose our cool. We do lose it. We do.
Yeah.
But less now, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah for that.
So much less now because the simple practice of being mindful and aware of our mental state really, really helps a lot.
But having said that, we're not even a perfect parent. We want to hear from
No.
you too.
Yes.
Okay, we want to learn from you.
Yeah.
So it's best that we learn from each other. So please comment.
Drop your comments,
comments,
if
yeah.
you have any tips or hacks, parenting kids 0 to 12, where we are currently at.
Mhm.
0 to 15.
Yeah, or even parenting special needs.
Parenting special needs children. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got tips for that. Maybe we have a separate session for that.
Mhm.
Parenting special needs teens is another whole arena altogether.
Yeah.
And kids nowadays, I think the one takeaway message that I want you guys to get is that we can't parent the way our previous generations parent anymore, because it just doesn't work. Why it doesn't work is because kids nowadays are different from kids last time.
Yeah.
Lain sangat, because they're super exposed. They are super exposed with social media. They're super exposed with internet. They are super aware about a lot of things. Especially if you have homeschoolers at home, they are like super exposed to so many things. So many like even global issues, current affairs. They will ask things from, they're very, very precautious that way. So really, parenting that kind of a child requires a whole set of parenting skills altogether. And I implore you guys to read up on parenting books, and learn. Parenting skills does not come together with being a parent. A lot of people think that way. Once dah ada anak, automatically the parenting instinct will kick in. No, parenting is not an instinct. It's a skill to be learned. Really, it is. Kan?
Mhm.
So you dulu work from instinct, right?
Yes. And I hardly do readings.
Yes, I've been asking him to read parenting books.
Yeah, but it's all from experience lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read a lot. Because I think you need to learn it.
I learn from her.
I'm not perfect. I do my bit. But you keep me grounded. That's important.
I mean,
We keep each other grounded. And always remember that you're a team raising
Yes.
a set of children. It's your amanah from Allah.
Mhm.
And you just got to remember that they are an amanah to you. We got to raise them the best way we know how. And if like, for example, like us last time, we didn't know the best way, learn.
Yeah.
There's so many resources out there, guys.
Yeah.
So I'll probably take some pictures of the books that parenting books that has helped me. Some can be it's available online. You can just look for it. So one of it is Raising Girls by Steve Biddle. Sunnah Prophetic Parenting. I can't remember the author.
Yeah, is that for us Muslims? It's just as simple as following Rasulullah Sunnah.
Yes, mashallah.
It's the perfect,
seriously. He is the perfect role model in parenting.
Yes.
He's so gentle with his children. He there's not is there any sunnah cerita Rasulullah yang dia tak gentle?
No.
Tak ada kan? Especially to kids.
Mhm.
Kan? So really keeping each other grounded and learning to be aware and mindful of our own state of being and modeling Rasulullah, learning from parenting books.
Yeah.
Parenting skills is super important, guys. If you guys really, really love your kids, please go and learn parenting skills. It is something learnable, just like leadership skills, just like computer skills. If you can learn all those things, you can learn parenting skills. It's really easy to learn. All it takes is your commitment to it and also your passion for it.
Yeah. Akmal said something.
Akmal said something? extras, letting her know her own schedule and owning her own mess and help her when she cleans. Oh, I like that. I like that. So that teaches accountability and responsibility.
Yes. And that creates a bond
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah. When you're helping her, it creates a bond. Oh, and please learn your kids' love language. That is
Yes.
super important.
That's right. That's right.
You can go to 5lovelanguages.com and take the quiz. Your kids can take the quiz as well. There's a quiz for kids
Mhm.
on that website.
Yeah.
This is not sponsored in any way. Well, Dr. Chapman, if you're listening to us, you can sponsor us. So we learned that our number 3, her love language is acts of service.
Yes.
So when, like what Akmal said just now, helping her when she cleans,
Mhm.
she loves that. It's a way of showing affection to her.
She loves to help around.
She loves to help around and she likes to be helped
Yes.
because that's her love language, acts of service. So like yesterday, you want to share?
Like yesterday, she was helping me to clean the car, wash the car, and she was also helping me to cook. So every time when I cook, she always offers her service.
Mm.
You know, she'd be the first one to come down and say, "Daddy, can I help you? Is there anything I can do?" You know, and I'll be like, "Okay, you can either help me to get this and that, or do this, do that." You know, and when she does it thoroughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's her love language.
Yeah.
And number 2, punya love language is more like gifts. You know,
Yeah, our number 2's love language is giving gifts.
giving gifts. Yes.
So giving gifts doesn't mean that we have to buy presents for her all the time.
Mm.
So simple things like a peck on the cheek, a hug, a surprise hug,
Yeah.
a little note to her,
Mhm.
little love notes. She loves that. Benda-benda macam surprise. Like we order her favorite food.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll love that. She loves surprises. Little things, that we do for her that constitute as a gift.
Mm.
She loves that.
Yeah.
Your love language?
I think mine is similar to number 2.
Giving gifts?
Ya ke?
Ya ke?
Ya ke?
No, it's physical touch.
Yeah.
His love language is physical touch. My love language?
The language is giving attention,
Quality time.
quality time.
Mm.
Give attention tu.
Yes. So like he knows by now that that's my love language, and when we talk, he knows that my pet peeve is bila kita bercakap, dia tak ada eye contact with me. You know that, right? So sometimes he does that and I'll be like, B, then he'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm here, I'm listening, So learning that lah.
Mhm.
So that's how you connect better with children
Yeah.
and your spouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love language.
Wow, it's 10:20 already.
Yep. So you?
Wonder I'm so hungry.
Okay, we're so hungry. We need to go breakfast. Thank you everyone for sharing some of your gems on parenting. I love all the gems. Be present and connect to your children. Learn parenting skills. Together we'll be a village, a tribe to raise more mindful kids, more conscious kids. And in so doing, we can change the world, hopefully, inshallah, in our future generations.
Yes.
And you're hungry,
Yes.
I'm hungry,
Yes.
jom makan.
Yes. But guess what? Before we habis, the whole of next month, we're gonna talk everything about food.
Yes. His favorite topic. Okay, my favorite topic.
Yes.
So
Everyone's
he's
favorite
gonna share recipes, aren't you?
topic. Yeah, we're gonna share recipes. We're probably gonna do live cookouts. What else? We're probably gonna invite people
To be interviewed.
to be interviewed
Yeah.
virtually.
Yes. Tak boleh jumpa kan?
Tak boleh jumpa.
Social distancing.
Maybe we can do virtual cookouts.
Yeah. So a lot of recipes
Mhm.
gonna be shared next month. Kid friendly ones, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, it ties back to kids.
Yeah. How to get kids to eat healthy.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, we do have a difficulty a bit with number 2 with that one.
Mm-hmm.
We're still struggling as a parent.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you guys. That's our November theme. It's all about food. Next month is also Deepavali. So
Yes.
for those of you who are celebrating Deepavali, I'm sure you guys are starting to prepare for the celebration. Happy preparing.
Yes.
Maulidur Rasul has just passed, so happy Maulidur Rasul to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. We're still in lockdown, Klang Valley. We're going to be in lockdown extended kan?
Extended to November something lah.
Yeah, so
It's okay.
it's okay. You have us. We can talk every Saturday morning.
Alright.
Family tak apa can come. Sila. Sila lah. We can play board games. Please bring tabu. Thank you, Ina. You guys should see my sister-in-law playing tabu. It's so funny. Oh yeah, find the humor, guys. Find the humor.
Okay.
Okay, jom makan.
Thanks for joining. Bye.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Love you guys. Waalaikumsalam. Assalamualaikum.